I always forget how long these trailers are. Hello! Welcome to the Shark Stream. It's me. It's Gage. And we are starting a little earlier in the day than we normally would because, among other things, I took a bunch of time, as I've explained previously, I took a bunch of time off for Endwalker, and then Endwalker didn't happen this week. Thankfully, I had already taken off its delayed date for my birthday. But now I'm left with all this time off and I don't know what to do with myself, so I figure, you know what? I should get prepped for Endwalker. What better way to get prepped for Endwalker than replay everything? Or at least see about how much I can get through. So what this stream series is going to be is on certain days where I either don't normally stream, let's not watch that again, certain days where I don't normally stream, or days, excuse me, or days where I would, you know, normally only stream in the afternoon, but I have the day off. I am going to be playing through the main story quest, the MSQ of Final Fantasy XIV, through each expansion, just to see how far I can get before Endwalker drops in 2 weeks. I'm not going to be playing Endwalker on stream because I want to experience that myself. So I think there's some settings that we're going to have to enable once I actually get into the game. But we're going to go ahead and get in there. And we are going to see what Aigeld Sjork's journey was like. It's not going to be exactly what Aigeld Sjork's journey was like. Because, in addition to a couple of other things, Aigeld started off as a male Ora. And then around Heavensward, fantasiaed into a Viera, a female Viera. That's part of her lore and everything, but the issue is that if I wanted to follow all of the changes that Aigeld went through over the course of the story, I would have to use a lot of Fantasias. And Fantasias cost real money. Now I have a few on hand, just in case I wanted to use one to make any changes to her that couldn't be made by an esthetician. But like, if we're talking like, okay, she started out as this gender and race, and then this aspect of her changed at this point in the story, and then at this point in the story, she fantasiaed into a female Viera. And then at this point in the story, this eye changed color. It's just like, I would probably burn through all of the Fantasias I have on hand. And probably still need more. So we're just going to go ahead and it's not going to be lore compliant for Aigeld's lore. But we're going to go ahead, just kind of start from the beginning with her as a female Viera. So let's go ahead and log in. 30 people in queue. You know, Curl didn't used to be this bad. But then people started playing the game. I can only imagine what things are gonna fucking be like when Endwalker actually drops. Oh, am I already in Ul'dah? Cool. So where you start in Final Fantasy XIV is determined, and what, like, the first parts of your story are, is determined by the job that you pick. Aigeld started out as a monk. Or, well, technically, she started out as a pugilist. You know, the punching stuff. So, she started out in Ul'dah. What I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be playing through each stage of the MSQ Oh, right, I signed out in the Goblet, near the FC house. I'm going to be playing through each stage of the MSQ, mainly as a class that was introduced in that part of the game. So I will be playing through a Realm Reborn, mostly as Monk. And actually, I need to make sure I turn on the air fryer picture. I'll be playing through Heavensward as a Dark Knight, and going to be playing through Stormblood as a Red Mage, and then finally playing through Shadowbringers as Gunbreaker. So get used to this look for Igald, because you're going to be seeing it a lot. And I mean, it's a good look. I described it on Twitter as a Bloodborne character who forgot to put their pants on that morning, and I cannot express just how accurate that is. So, let's go ahead, get our New Game Plus started, and we're just going to be starting at part 1 of A Realm Reborn. The trailer at the beginning of the stream basically catches you up to speed as to where we're at in the story. 5 years hence, the Great Calamity happened, the Red Moon Dalamud fell from the heavens, then it busted open, because it's like a big ol' egg housing Bahamut. And Bahamut laid some fucking waste, let me tell ya. And this is all stuff that, like... And here's the thing. The thing about Final Fantasy XIV is that the lore of everything that happened up to that point, up to the Calamity 5 years prior to A Realm Reborn, is basically covered by the original version of the game, what's referred to as 1.0. I've never watched through, like, 1.0's cutscenes, but if you ever want to check out the trailer for 1.0, it also covers a couple important things, including a character that we are going to meet well into A Realm Reborn. I think close to, like, the final dungeon of A Realm Reborn. But let's go ahead and get in there. Now, I don't know where this starts us off, exactly. New Game Plus mode. If it starts us off not at the exact beginning of the story, then I'll give you an idea of, like, what the beginning of the story is like. Hi, Nosaj. Okay, so we need to get over to the Adventurers Guild. So when the story opens up, you're in a cart out in the middle of Ul'dah, out in the middle of Thanalan, heading towards Ul'dah. You're being wheeled around by a guy named, I want to say, Buskaran? I think no, I think that's actually the guy who runs the Drunken Wench in Limsa Lominsa. But you're not the only one on this cart. You're joined by 2 Elysian youths, who, it turns out, end up being pretty important, actually. You get to Ul'dah, you do a bunch of stuff before, like, all the other people load in. You learn kind of, like, basic stuff about your class. And then you come back to Momodi here. Well, youngling, how you finding our fine Ul'dah, then? Got your bearings about you yet? If so, mayhap it's time you ventured beyond the city walls. The bustling streets of Ul'dah are one thing, but the wilds of Thanalan, that's another altogether. I know a bloke you might fancy speaking to, and he you. Name of Papashan. You'll find him over at the Ul'dah Dispatch Yard. No doubt he'll have some work for you. Dispatch Yard's over in central Thanalan. Just head out the door, across the hall, and you'll see the Gate of Nald staring right back at you. Pass through it and head east. You'll come upon it before long. There's dangers beyond the wall, though. More than I'd care to count. Nothing too terrible, mind you, but feisty enough to attack you if you draw near. Don't say nobody cared enough to warn you. I am literally level 80. You know, it's dawning on me, I could probably just watch those cutscenes, huh? I can't remember if they're voiced. I don't think they are. But basically, if we pop over to our unending journey over here, command unavailable in New Game Plus mode. Well, fuck me then. Can I... I promise I'm prepared for this. Oh, maybe I can't watch it. Well, okay. So, let's go talk to Papa Sean, I guess. I am going to be making liberal use of teleports and mounts and stuff like that, even though technically at this point in the game I would not have a mount. I am level 80. I can do what I want. I'm probably just gonna mostly use... You know what? I should use my chocobo. Just cause, why not, you know? Papa Sean! Well, you certainly look the part of an adventurer, my friend. Might you be the good soul Momodi advised me to expect, hmm? I am Papa Sean, station master of this humble dispatch yard. I don't know what some of these characters' voices actually sound like. In some cases, due to the fact that they're straight up not voiced. Other cases, due to the fact that they are voiced and I've forgotten. So I'm just going to be doing my best here. An empty title, I assure you. I truly am no more than a tired old Lalafell passing his final years in quiet and solitude. 12, no, there have been plenty of both these last 5 years since the calamity struck. The devastation was vast. Yet now true Uldans work together, doing all in our power to rebuild what was laid to ruin. By the sweat of our brows and the love of our home, we have rebuilt Ul'dah to the grandeur and majesty that you see today. The railways which run through this dispatch yard, too, were born of the noble efforts of a great many souls. But there is still much work to be done. The wounds left by the calamity run deep. Isolated areas beyond our lines of supply remain, and there are places yet wanting for relief and restoration. Ul'dah needs the aid of you and your brethren, in fact, never has our need been more dire. Which brings me to the point, I suppose. I do believe I may have some work suited to one of your ability. Okay. What you got for me, Papa Shan? Since you've come all this way, perhaps you could perform an errand for me. It just so happens a number of sentries have been sent to guard the area. A dispatch to the dispatch yard, as it were. They have long been away from the shade and featherbeds of the city. The hot days and cold nights can play hells on the mind and body out here. If isn't much, but go and give them these twilight pretzels, would you? I find comfort food always helps when I feel like killing myself. Wow. It gets that bad, huh? Hey man, how's it going? Halt! Madam, I'm gonna have to ask you to put the pretzel on the ground and place your hands above your head. Okay, chill. State your name and business. A Twilight Pretzel for Papa Sean. By the gods, forgive me. You could say this new post has my nerves in a twist. I'm terribly sorry for that. Yes, well, you may rest assured that the dispatch yard is safe for so long as I stand watch. Please give Papa Sean my thanks and tell him that I only wish I could repay the favor. Ah. Phone buzz. Hey man, how's it going? Western front, clear. Eastern front, clear. Here's a pretzel. For me? For Pop Sean? A Twilight pretzel, my favorite! How did he know? Can't fight on an empty stomach, now can I? Actually, I can't fight on any stomach. I suppose you could say I have no stomach. For fighting. I suppose you could say that. Why is everybody hitting me with puns today? If you have a pun for me, I swear to God, I'm knocking your kidneys out. XII, save me. Scorching days, freezing nights. This post will be the end of me. Here's a pretzel. A twilight pretzel. Don't mind if I do. Ah, now that's a refreshing God's damned pretzel. I feel reborn. Thank God it wasn't a pun. Papa Shan. You've returned, and with a deal fewer pretzels, I see. Tell me, how fare our Salt and Sworn sentries? Do they have anything to report? Anything at all? What? Nothing? Are you sure? Oh dear. Take this for your troubles, then, and stay a moment. There's more I would ask of you. Okay. Gale, I have just this moment. No, the time for concealment is past. The truth is, even before I had you deliver those pretzels, I was privy to some most unsettling news. Which is the real reason I sent you to meet those Salt and Sworn. Okay. Do tell. A young noblewoman from a very prestigious family has run away from home, and I have been ordered to see her safe return. The Salt and Sworn you met earlier are assisting with the search. Alas, it seems they have found no trace of her. I apologize for not being frank with you from the start, but we must proceed with caution. Should word of her disappearance spread, I fear others with less honorable motives may join the hunt. And should we allow her to come to any harm, not even 100 beheadings would be punishment enough. That cannot happen, Igeld. It must not. I need your help. I need you to help me find her. Yeah, okay. Yay! Praise the 12. I knew I could count on you. I've instructed the others to expand the search, but Thanalan is vast, and there are only so many of us. The young noblewoman's name is Lady Lilira. I want you to go south and look for her in the vicinity of the Sultan Tree. Good luck. Da, da, da. Let's go. Can you imagine having to, like, walk and or sprint around all this? That's what awaits you starting a new game. Thankfully, I'm not anywhere near that. Oh. Ooh, boy. This is gonna be weird. So this is what we call a solo duty. Now, duties, trials, dungeons, normally, in a lot of cases, will sync your level to the level of said dungeon. So if it's a level 50 dungeon and you're level 60, you'll be synced to level 50. But in most cases for those, you can generally do them unsynced if you wanted to, say, run them solo as a particularly high level, which is something that I'm going to be doing for a lot of them, at the very least in Realm Reborn and Heavensward. Solo duties, I don't think you can get around the level sync. Oh, Sultan Tree. You're about to enter an instanced battle. Instanced battles only occur during certain quests and missions. Take a moment to read the information displayed in the active help window before answering the call of duty. Level sync is in effect. So I am going to drop from level 80 all the way down to level 8. As you can imagine, there's going to be some abilities that are, let's say, not going to be available to me. But, like, this will be a fun thing to show off because, like I said, when I get to actually doing, like, dungeons and trials and stuff like that, I'm going to be doing most of the early ones unsynced. This will give you kind of an idea of, like, what sort of game this is if you're playing it from the beginning. And then I'll show you what it's like when you're just fucking busted.
Oh, Sultan Tree.
Oh, good, this one's
Hallowed
voiced.
spirit of my line, forgive my weakness. My failings have cost us dear. Show yourself.
I'm not even hiding. Oh.
As you command, O Lilira.
This guy.
Forgive my selfish desire to assure your welfare.
Yeah, it's pretty selfish of you.
I don't recall requesting an escort. Simply pretend we never met and continue on your way.
We both know I can do no such thing. It isn't safe for you here alone. It isn't safe for anyone. Not with this etheric disturbance. It's as though the dead are watching us. And I'd prefer not to join them, if it's all the same to you.
So y'all are just gonna pretend I'm not even here, huh?
Ah, you must be the one Papa Shan mentioned. Congratulations on finding our elusive young charge.
Thanks, it was super easy.
You'll have to forgive her impetuousness. What she lacks in discipline, she makes up for in stubbornness. You should return with us. The station master will be eager to thank Lady Lilira's protector in person.
I can do that. Oh.
Alas, the station master will have to wait. Dear Lilira, for my sake, please stay out of harm's way.
What?
As for you, dear friend, for Lilira's sake, please stay in harm's way.
That was kind of a lame line, but okay. Okay, question mark man. Defeat the Blangas. I have admittedly only kind of a basic setup as it is. But, you know, I got my 1, 2, 3. This guy's really kind of taking his time, huh? Paint. Oh, lesser Blangas. Lovely, it brought friends. Calling him a fucking handsome stranger. Shut up. I genuinely don't need your help. I should be nicer to Thancred. Wow, he's not even... Okay. So he's using a moveset that looks like Paladin at the moment, which is very funny considering where his character goes, admittedly. I forgot that that's how he fought, like, earlier in the storyline. There's going to be a lot of things that I have forgotten or things that I'm going to look at with, like, new eyes as I play through this. So that's part of the reason I want to do this. I'm excited for that. I'm going to have auto advance on for voiced cutscenes, but turn it off for non-voiced cutscenes. Ooh! Hard candy. Huh. That's not something you see every day.
Hear, feel, think. Crystal bearer.
Oh, I guess that's me. I do be bearing crystals. Oh.
I am Heidelin, all made one. A light there once was that shone throughout this realm, yet it hath since grown dim. And as it hath faltered, so hath darkness risen up in its stead, presaging an end to life. For the sake of all, I beseech thee, deliver us from this fate. The power to
A lot of big
banish the
crystals floating
darkness
around in this void.
dwelleth in the crystals of light. Journey forth and lay claim to them.
Oh. That's a big rock.
By thy deeds shall the crystals reveal themselves to thee.
You ever pick up a piece of hard candy in the desert, pass out, and then have a hallucination about a giant rock? Just another fucking Tuesday. What?
Shine thy light on all creation.
Can do. Oh god, what year is it?
Ah, coming around now.
Suppose you could call it that, yeah.
Would you mind telling me what that was?
If I only knew. A denizen of the void at any rate.
The void sent? Here? But how?
Who can say?
The question isn't how, but who. We're not dealing with bookless bandits. Don't suppose the answer came to you in a dream?
Not that answer specifically, but...
No sooner did you fell the beast than you fell asleep. Too much ether, no doubt. Interesting. I hadn't considered the crystal. But of course, this changes everything. Oh, just thinking aloud? At any rate, we haven't a moment to spare. I must return and report this at once.
Alright.
I leave Lady Lilira in your capable hands.
Thanks.
How dare you pass me about like a swaddled babe?
Babe.
I shall return and tell them myself.
Tamp, 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 tamp.
As you wish, your impetuousness.
Love to see
I
Lalafels just
suspect
stomp
we shall
about.
meet again before long. Until then, do try and stay awake.
No promises. I get really sleepy. Okay. So with that, I think we're heading back to Papashan. Yep, we're heading back to Papashan. I didn't even read the quest marker. I'm just like, I think we're probably doing this, and wouldn't you know it. Oh, there's Lady Lilira. Sulking on the ground. Thank the gods you've returned. You had us all so worried. You do realize what would happen if a person of your noble stature were to be injured, or worse. Why, Her Grace the Sultana would be beside herself with grief, and so would her subjects. I dare say they'd be weeping in the streets. But I have already given you cause to weep, Papashan. You and the people of Ul'dah. Huh? Please, you're not to say such things. We will find it, I swear to you. It is not my place to make demands, my lady, but I beg you, please stay out of harm's way. I apologize for causing you undue worry, Papashan. I shall refrain from traveling unescorted in the future. Y'all just gonna walk away without saying howdy. I see how it is. I'm gonna become the most important person you've ever met in just like a week. Trust me. I cannot thank you enough, Aigeld. I understand you fought bravely to protect Lady Lilira from void-sent fiends. For your gallant service, you deserve all the riches in the royal vaults. Alas, a small token of my gratitude is the best I can offer. Are you sure? Can I have some money? A sarcastic man with a strange contraption strapped to his shoulder. I see you met Thancred. He's a scholar who spends his days investigating oddities in the ether. Rather too fond of the sound of his own voice for my liking, but perfectly harmless. Yeah. As for you, Aigeld, you're just the sort of adventurer we need around here. I pray you show the same kindness to the people of Thanalan as you did to us today. I should turn off text auto-advance before I forget. So we have met Thancred. A character who I'm sure will not be that important at any point in the story. Ul'dah's come a long way since the calamity. Oh no, I need to go talk to that person. Sisidoa. Sisidoa needs a reliable adventurer to deliver a gift to the coffer and coffin. You're an adventurer, yes? If you're not otherwise occupied, I've a favor to ask. I've resolved to repay a debt of gratitude, which I owe to the owner of the coffer and coffin. For this purpose, I've purchased from the royal plantations a prodigiously plump pumpkin, a particularly popular piece of produce. What is with... what? Is this like... There's like a handful of Lalafell NPCs that just speak in alliteration. Is that like a cultural I don't know. Alas, I cannot part this place to procure and proffer the pumpkin. You see, the scheduled shipment from the Nanawa mines for which I wait is late. I would prevail upon you to pick up the pumpkin in my stead, and see it safely to the coffer and coffin. Present this receipt of purchase to Gagari at the royal plantations. She will yield it to you. I apologize for asking you to attend to this time-consuming task, but I truly appreciate your assistance. Why do you talk like that? Gagari! If Sisidoa doesn't come calling soon, this spectacular specimen shall sadly be past its prime. Oh, so you're to deliver the decadent delight. I could say with confidence that any gourmand would be grateful for such a grand gift. Here's the pumpkin. I hope it meets with Roger's approval. Fresh produce is somewhat scarce in these parts. As such, we are always deluged with demand. You know the way to the Coffer and Coffin, correct? It's beyond the bridge to the northwest. Look for a place where local laborers lounge. Because, like, the guy who gives you the fishing quests speaks exactly like that, too. I forgot how short some of these quests are. It's like, here, pick this up, go talk to this guy, go talk to this guy, go talk to this guy, go pick this up, go do this thing. Some of the quests that you get later on are, like, way longer in comparison. Hello, sir. Drink for you, lassie. You won't get better ale or spirits for your coin than at me place. Place. Here's a pumpkin. What's that? Wee Sisado asked you to bring this here to me. Ha! Even that foul-mouthed drunk knows the meaning of remorse. Reckon this is for the time I carried his drink-sodden arse back home. But hell's an honest-to-God's pumpkin from the royal plantations. I can't wait to see what the cooks will do with her. Oh, fuck! Lads here scoff down beastly amounts of meat, and it's starting to tell on their health. It'll be good to get more vegetables in their bellies, assuming I can get the stubborn bastards to try something new. Thanks for the help, lassie. You're welcome? Roger, here's all sorts of information his line of work, some of which may be useful to you. Word is, Blackbrush Station's sorely undermanned. The stone torches there can't get a moment's peace. Bloke by the name of Warren is hoping to bolster their numbers for a short-term assignment or two. If you fancy putting a few extra gil in your pocket, you could do a lot worse. Y'all just got me running all over, huh? Looking for work, perchance? If so, you couldn't have come at a better time. We stone torchers are sellswords hired by Amagina and Sons Mineral Concern to protect its interests. Our primary duty here is to keep tracks clear of pests, and it is for this purpose that we require your aid. I should point out, however, that it can be messy work and liable to get messier still if you're ill-prepared. A single piece of gear can be the difference between life and death. I'll not have it on my conscience that I sell an ill-equipped adventurer to an untimely demise. See to it that your arms and armor are in order. When you're ready, present yourself to me again. Equip your head, body, hands, legs, and feet with gear item level 5 or above before returning to speak with Warren. Item level 5 or above, huh? Let's take a look here. 510, 510, 520, 520, 510, 510, 520, 510, 510, 510, 510, 505. Yeah, I think I'm good. So, are you ready for inspection? Yes. Good. Everything appears to be in order. In fact, you seem a little overqualified. Yet know that naught is guaranteed in this world. Fate is a fickle mistress after all. At any rate, capable adventurers like you are few and far between, and I would not have you throw your life away. You don't know what those level 3 mole rats out there will do to you. I have had to bury too many comrades who brush aside cracks in their hauberks and dints in their helms. No matter what you face, do not disregard the importance of gear. Okay, buddy. Now, of course, this is all important when you're playing this, like, as a complete newbie. But again, I am level 80. Let's get to it then, shall we? Ore wagons pass through this station every day, but not without incident. Wagons coming and going from the dispatch yard to the south must pass through a tunnel by Fesca's watch. Tunnel which some genius saw fit to put an ore storehouse, creating ideal conditions for a goblin nest. So now the ore-loving beasts have taken up residence in a tunnel we dug, and we're practically delivering meals to their doorsteps. But no more. Inside the tunnel in question, you will find a narrow fissure where the goblins hide. Use a silver ore cluster to lure out the creatures, then slay them. Alright. Here we go! Everything being so close by is also good for facilitating new people, because, like, yeah, I'm, you know, riding mounts and flying all over the place, but somebody who's just starting this game isn't going to have those abilities. So it's important to have every sort of, like, step of each quest pretty close by, at the very least. Narrow fissure. It's so narrow I don't even see it. How big could they be? Ah, shit! I wasn't even facing that one. Hey, I took care of your problem. It was really easy. Well done. It shan't be easy work to keep the tunnel free of goblins, but our wagons should be able to go unmolested for a time. Disruptions to ore shipments threaten not only the interests of Amagina and Sons' mineral concern, but of Ul'dah herself. One might liken these train tracks to veins that bear our nation's lifeblood. If only we had more women like you to lend a hand. Yes. The world could always use more women like me. Zuzumeda wishes to share with you a most amazing rumor! Ah, the altruistic adventurer. I was hoping we'd bump into each other. Why? Because the most fascinating piece of news recently reached my ears, and I'm eager to share it. May I? Rumor has it that there is a vast, untapped vein of ore beneath the ruins of Sildi. That is not all. Inconceivably, the concern appears to be entirely ignorant of its existence. And even as we speak, a young upstart, a self-made merchant from Stone's Throw of all places, is moving to claim it. Well, his name is Wyston, and he is a very, very ambitious young man. Not only does he intend to secure exclusive excavation rights, but they say his master plan is to use his new fortune to curry favor with the Sacrarium. Of course, the thaumaturges only consider the options of the most wealthy when drafting the laws of Ul'dah. If you would have your voice heard, you must be prepared to pay a sultan's ransom. One voice which is invariably heard belongs to Lord Lolorito. Sounds like a villain if ever there was one. He has long lavished gil upon the thaumaturges, and some claim that he devises new laws with the express intention of ruining his competitors while protecting his own interests. Suffice to say, if Wystan thinks he can compete with the likes of the Syndicate, he's in for a rude awakening. That eventually may yet be a little way off. For the present, he is moving ahead with his plans and assembling a team to survey the site. I'm told he's at the Copper and Coffin right now, recruiting able-bodied adventurers to escort his prospectors. Warren said you were looking for work. Mayhap you should meet Wystan and volunteer for his expedition. Fuck, I probably should. Away we go! Hello! Don't mind my chocobo. Whoa! Anytime the fucking, like, you send off a mount that walks away, and, like, you're inside a building, I imagine it just bursting out through the wall. Come to join? Sorry, but you're too late. Some brass blades look for extra coin volunteered, and the team's already en route to the ruins. But look, I know it's not easy to find work these days. If you're interested, there's something else you can do for me. Oh, excuse me. There are children outside. Little ones from Stone's Throw. I look after them when I have time to spare, so they've taken to following me around, even when I tell them not to. Well, with overseeing the search for the vein, I barely have a chance to visit the privy at the moment, much less entertain younglings. Can you give them these ginger cookies and convince them to go home for me? Ah, fucking ginger cookies? I might just eat these myself. Just show up like crumbs falling out of my mouth. Like, hey kid, Wystan says to go home. I ain't going nowhere, missus. I'm too hungry to move. Besides, so you'll have to carry me. Here's a cookie. A cookie? Well, if Wystan really wants me to go home, then alright, but I want two next time. Yeah. I like playing with Wystan. He makes sure no one bullies us. Here's a cookie. Wystan's worried about us. Oh, I don't want to make him worried. I'm a good girl, so I'll go home. Bye. These aren't kids, these are just Lalafell.
Wystan's kind to us. I like him.
Here's a cookie.
This is for me? I want to eat it. Then again, I don't, because then it'd be gone. Tell Wystan thanks and tell him I'm sorry for getting in his way.
You.
But Wystan always plays with us. Why won't he come out and play?
Here's a cookie.
Wow, a ginger cookie! I'd better save some for my brother. I know, I'll go home and eat it with him.
Precocious little children. Damn, what a deep V. I didn't notice that before. Thank you, adventurer. I only wish I could do more. Stone's Throw is no place for a child. Not that my childhood was much happier. Fuck. Never enough food to go around, nor work to earn it, but no shortage of contempt from the great and the good. I remember thinking things could only get better, yet now, after the calamity and everything else, for us refugees to be forced to live outside the gates like bloody beastmen is a disgrace. They say with enough money you can change the laws here, so I'm going to make a fortune and do just that. I'll buy the excavation rights and start my own mining business. Then I'll give my fellow refugees the work they're crying out for and pay them fairly. The mining companies have profited from our suffering for too long, but in their hubris they've grown complacent, presenting us with a golden opportunity. Yeah? And we will take it, adventurer. We will reclaim our dignity, and with it our place within those walls. Aww.
We found her! We found the vein! Why stand? Ye must come and see!
Already? Amazing! We leave at once. You should join me, my friend. Come and bear witness to history in the making. Okay, I'm sure nothing will go wrong. Where are we going? We're going over this way. Oh, this looks bad. Oi! What's all this then?
Dolls, balls, son. A vein of war in the middle of a ruined bloody city? God's damned idiot. What did you think was gonna happen? That ye'd strike it rich and get cozy with the Order while the Masters of Ul'dah looked on? No one crosses the Syndicate.
The Syndicate?
Ha! Finally sunk in, has it?
Sniffles.
Well, look at this. Not all your friends have deserted ye, it seems. Lucky boy. Now you won't have to die alone.
Do I look like the kind of person who's going to die?
Mournful voice of creation, grant ye this humble stone a soul that it may wake to life.
Huh?
Who's that spouting gibberish? Show yourself.
Oh, is that supposed to be doing that?
This ain't part of the plan. Bloody hells, does Lord Lodorito mean...
Excuse me.
Does Lord Lodorito mean to kill us too?
Well, hello, Rockman. Defeat the clay golem. Okay.
You are strong, but are you strong enough to withstand this?
No. So I'm just gonna move. Not over here.
Impossible. Never has the golem been so sorely tested.
Damn, that was easy.
That the golem could be vanquished. That woman is no ordinary adventurer.
Huh? Seeing a black masked Ascian is just like, what the fuck are you doing, buddy? Get out of here. Who told you to come here? Get out. Huh? Damn, seems I've missed all the fun. I see you didn't need my help this time. I barely needed your help the first time.
Ooh, Minagi. I would compose a ballad in your honor, but I fear no words would do you justice. The songstress of Ul'dah herself could not rival your beauty. Oh, don't let her hear that, though. Oh, stop it. I have oft heard it said that a blossom's beauty can move a man to love and long, but I never truly believed it until I met you two, desert roses. I hear they attacked another caravan. Aye, and business is suffering for it. Bloody Amalja. What stirred them up, do you reckon? Another raid. And I'll wager that caravan was carrying crystals, much like the last. If they truly mean to summon a primal, we must act quickly. Primals, you say? Are you coming, love? You wouldn't keep a girl waiting, would you? I'm sorry, ladies, but I have to go buy a copy of Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Perish the thought! So tell me, where in this marvel of a city might you two lovely ladies be staying? I'm glad he had the time to go just have a quick threesome, I guess. Fucking Thancred. Salt. At this rate, grain will soon be more precious than gold. The result of the uncommonly bad harvest, to be sure. And we have you to thank for them, do we not? Oh! So this is from, like, more than 5 years ago. This is pre-Calamity. Aye, this weakening of the etheric flow must surely be linked to Dalamud's descent. You see, prior to the Calamity, everybody saw Dalamud, which the Red Moon, as just like, oh yeah, we just got, we got a second moon. It's just kind of hanging out. And then suddenly it started, like, falling. And just like, is that supposed to be happening? And of course, to the primals. Fine mess. But we must not lose hope. Louis Soir will know what to do. We need only trust in his judgment. Louis Whomst? God, I forgot about the aetherometers. It's been so long since they've been, like, relevant. Truly a marvel of Saurian integrity. I don't know why I suddenly gave him this voice wearing the fucking aetherometer. Truly a marvel of Sharlayan ingenuity. It's as if I could reach out and touch the ether. Get this fucking thing off my face. Christ. Thald Null. Probably not an important character. Time to focus. No more gallivanting about like before. The Scions are counting on you. Have faith. Just have faith. You can do this. Pew. This disturbance is recent. The Sultan tree? Maybe Papashan will know something of it. Is this more recent? Dude, take that thing off your face before you go running through the street. Okay. Oh, God, that one knocked me on my ass. Looks like they gave you quite a thrashing. Can you walk? It's me. I was too late. Our person of interest had already quit the scene. The general? Very well. I shall be there anon. My colleagues went to great lengths to provide me with the means to detect etheric disturbances, but every time I find one, you seem to be in the middle of it. I'm starting to wonder if it might not be simpler just to follow you around. Sadly, I have business elsewhere. Baby, I'm a walking etheric disturbance. Ether see me and be like, ooh, I'm disturbed. Tread softly, my friend. The carefully laid trap you dismantled was clearly sanctioned by Lord Lolorito. I heard the Blades mention him as they fled. Believe me when I tell you that he is not a man to be trifled with.
The Sultana's enemies grow bolder by the day, and I suspect they have the support of outside forces. Thank you. If you hadn't come along, those bastards would surely have slaughtered us all. Yeah, I'm a pretty cool person. I would speak with you further, but it isn't safe for us to linger here. Find me at the Coffer and Coffin later. Until then, stay safe. Okay. I shall accompany Wystan and his men. They need protection, and I need more information. But where are my manners? I have yet to properly introduce myself. I am Thancred, a humble scholar surveying the flow of ether in Thanalan. It is an honor and a privilege to make your acquaintance. I hope when next we meet, it is under more auspicious circumstances. Farewell. Okay, bye, Thancred. Ah, wait a moment. It occurs to me that we may have... Never mind. Fare thee well. That was weird. What a weird guy. I'm sure he's not going to be at all important. Oh, they didn't like that. A lot of them didn't like that, actually. Anyway. Ooh, beastkin blood. I could probably use that for something as an alchemist. I almost forgot that I'm supposed to be doing this with my chocobo. Hold on. Okay, here we go. "12 bless you, my friend. You risked your life to save ours. Betrayed by my own guards. Gods, I was a fool to trust those men. Lolorito owns the God's damned brass blades. I should have questioned their motives from the start. Even so, I could hardly have predicted that the wealthiest man in Uldal would want me dead for the heinous crime of seeking to change the law. I'm just a merchant, for God's sakes. That ruthless bastard! What of that monstrosity? Those were his own men! It beggars belief! Well, that's it. I'm finished. If I stay in Uldal any longer, I'm as good as dead. My associates, my friends, gods, even the children may not be safe if I don't disappear. And you! Gods damn it, if Lolorito learns of your involvement, you'll be next. He can fucking try. If he really wants to. Oh! Look at the thaumaturge. I think that's a thaumaturge at least. Look at the sprout. Ah, he's running around. Yeah. You go, little guy. I'll speak with the others and make sure your part in this stays secret. Beyond that, I don't know what to suggest. Maybe you should seek the counsel of Mistress Momodi. She's helped countless adventures in her time. Maybe perhaps she'll know what to do. Go quickly now, my friend. Lolorito's spies may be watching. I don't know why anyone's threatened by Lolorito. I don't know how I could be threatened by a man I could, like, punt a good 10 yards if I wanted to. Here we go. Mistress Momodi, please help me. I'm in trouble. There's a wedding going on between role players, it looks like. Good for them. Settle down, Eyegeld. You've got nothing to worry about. No one seems to know you were at the ruins. Wystan, on the other hand, is now a pariah.
About as welcome round here as a rabid wolf, poor bugger. Suffice to say, the boy risked the wrath of the wrong man. Lord Lolorito, chairman of the East Aldenard Trading Company, generous contributor to the Order of Naldthal, and member of the Syndicate. East Aldenard Trading Company? I've heard that name before. Didn't get where he was by leaving loose ends, that one. Which is why he ain't above killing his own men. Hells, even if those blades knew it was coming, it's not like they could refuse to do their benefactor's bidding. Don't let this color your view of Ul'dah, Eigeld. It's true that there are some who aren't afraid to crack a few skulls if it gets them what they want, but most of us are decent folk just trying to make ends meet. You know, a lot of people would call you a damn fool for risking your life to save a marked man. But I believe you did a good thing, Eigeld, and for that you have my respect. Listen, you've been through a lot, lady. Why don't you rest a spell? I'll have the boys at the Hourglass set you up with a room. My treat. Just have a word with Otopa Potopa. Otopa Potopa. Lalafell names. Otopa Potopa, whenever you feel like staying. Hello. In rooms now available. And when you've got your appetite for adventuring back, consider taking on a guild leave or two. We've a lot of requests from locals looking to hire adventurers for various jobs. It'd be a good way for you to earn yourself some extra gil. I do like gil. Eustace can tell you more about how the system works, so go and speak with him if you're interested. Guild leaves now available. Thank you. You now have access to recommendations. This feature displays a list of quests or duties currently available in your area. The recommendations list can be opened from under the duty and main menu. Oh god, I don't care. Recommendations is not a thing I need to worry about. Give me my next quest. Momodi of the Quicksand. Look at this fucking Ora. Momodi of the Quicksand has word of work for a willing adventurer. Look what the Curl dragged in. Good to see ya, Eigeld. I'd ask what brings you, but I reckon we both know the answer to that already. Well, have I ever let you down before? Wait, don't answer that. So happens I know a fellow by the name of Dadanen who needs a hand. He's a merchant by trade, selling precious stones to those in Ul'dah with the means to buy them. He's asked that I send any looking for work his way. You can find him over Horizon if you fancy. That's in Western Thanalan, mind you. Just cross the bridge north of Scorpion Crossing and the road will take you there. Knowing the circles he deals in, might be he'll have some talk of the royal family that'll interest you as well. And why not make use of a chocobo portal for the journey to Horizon, if you've the gil for it, that is. You'll find the chocobo stables just across the way from my quicksand. Find Mimigun. He'll set you straight. Well, off you go then. I haven't got all day to be holding your bloody hand. I would be surprised if anyone would be able to set me straight. We'll go ahead and do a chocobo porter. Just once. Just because it is kind of fun. Well met, traveler. Might I interest you in a chocobo porter? Yes. Take me to Horizon. This is good for if you're short on gil and you don't want to pay for a teleport, but you also don't want to have to worry about like making the journey yourself. So it's just kind of a nice little jaunt. Takes about a minute. Look, cactuars and ladybugs. And level 1 striking dummies. So these basically move automatically, and they travel along a set path to get you to where you want to go. As you kind of move through the expansions, the porters will differ with each one. So, like, sometimes you'll get one where the chocobos fly you to your location. Sometimes you'll, I think in Hingashi and Othard, they have falcon porters. And then when you get to Shadowbringers, you have these animals called Amaro. Which, hopefully, if I manage to get through enough of the game, quick as I can, we'll all be able to show you what those are like.
Hey there, Donanen, what you got for me? I Gale, I presume. I, Momody, said to expect you, and so I have! Welcome to Horizon. Ours is a trading settlement that sees goods in from the port of Vespa Bay to the west. Vespa Bay. And trade we do. Nary a day goes by that Horizon isn't bustling with some manner of merchants and the officials. And officials. They keep us running about, busy they do. Enough so that I wish I had chocobo legs in place of my own, and that's why I've asked Momody to send me any souls looking for work. You don't actually have chocobo legs. I specifically requested she send someone with chocobo legs. Why does that woman not listen to me? 12, no, there is plenty of it to be done around here. Speak to me again when you are ready to make yourself of some use. Believe me, I am ready to make myself of use. It so happens I have a situation that must be resolved post-haste, and I do mean post-haste. I'm plumb out of premium product, and my latest order has yet to arrive. If I keep my customers waiting any longer, this could irrevocably damage my reputation. What's worse, I paid my man in advance for his services. Despite his assurances that it would be a simple affair, I've heard nothing since he departed for Copperbell Mines days ago. Oh no, Copperbell. He's probably trying to fight the slime. Find Drunken Stag and give him this notice. I cannot afford any further delay. Hey, Drunken Stag, how drunken are you? What you want? Dodanen's product. Yeah. He can send all the notices he likes, but it won't change a thing. The concern is close the mines due to some incident in the depths. It's a god's damned shame, too. Lost a decent haul just over yonder during all the chaos. Ah, dip. The product you heard Dodanen going all about is a valuable gemstone known as raw nashachite. Nashachite. I managed to dig up a goodly amount just before the mines were closed off, actually. Packed it up and hauled it out, even. Then them 12 damned goblins came along. Not like any goblins I'd seen before, and hungry only for the good rocks. They had eyes for my gemstones, so we had no choice but to oblige. Stone Torches had their hands full evacuating the mine, so they ignored the beasts. Even now, they're only concerned with keeping people out. Please, friend, if you're willing to face the goblins, would you bring me my Nashachite? That's probably not how it's pronounced, but, like, I had enough trouble trying to pronounce it the way that it probably goes. Wata! God, I love being overleveled. Aww. Anyway. Aww. Anyway. Aww. Stop it. Easy like Sunday morning. Even though it's Friday. How did you fare, friend? Did you find the raw Nashachite? I did. Beautiful, isn't it? Rarer than many stones and more expensive than most. They say the green is the same as the eyes of Nanasha Ulnasha, who once ruled as the Sultana. This should save Dodanen from his troubles. There's enough left. It's far less here than what I found. I reckon those goblins made a meal of this stuff. Bloody waste. You chanced to make some money, right? Then I know just how I can repay you for your kindness. Swarms of sun midges have been harassing travelers along the road connecting Horizon to here. It's gotten so bad that the brass blades have started paying folks to keep the roads clear. I find it hard to believe that swarms of tiny midges could be so troublesome, then you've never seen a chocobo driven into a frenzy by one. There've already been some terrible accidents. Do your part and slay a few swarms. After that, let Foofaloopa. No. He'll reward you for your trouble, and maybe even offer you more work. Could always use more work. Time to go punch bugs.
Mew. Mew.
Oh, y'all want to go? That's what I thought. Zoop! It's so fun seeing sprouts running around. Like, good for them, honestly. Greetings and salutations, adventurer! To what do I owe this? What? You've slain how many swarms of sun midges? Just 4. Well, 5, technically. You have my sincerest thanks! The brass blades have been struggling to keep them in check, so your assistance is greatly appreciated. The same brass blades that are being used to, you know, kill people that Lotharito once dead? Will you be staying in Horizon long? If so, there is much and more you can do to help here. Pray allow me to enlist your aid, brave adventurer. I would have you ascertain the whereabouts of a missive I sent to Lost Hope the other day. Captain Leofric is stationed there. Ever since he was transferred, we've exchanged letters, but never before has it taken this long to receive a reply. And so I fear that the courier may have met with some misfortune en route. She must have made it to Central Thanalan, or the blast braids... blast braids? Fuck. Give me a second. Or the brass blades that patrol the roads between here and Scorpion Crossing would have seen something. But if she has made it as far as Blackbrush Station, she would have surely delivered the letter by now. Lost Hope is practically on its doorstep. I suggest you focus your search on the road to Blackbrush Station in Central Thanalan. With luck, you will find her quickly. So, where am I right now? I'm in Western Thanalan. I wonder. A chocobo porter should be able to take me along the road. Or not. Fine, I'll use my own damn chocobo. My really cool looking chocobo. And I'll fly there too. Damn, that's nuts. Anyway. You are 6 or more levels above the recommended level for this fate. Am I? Who would have guessed? Huh? A letter? Oh, I have got Foofaloopa's missive right here. I won't be delivering it anytime soon, though. Got to tend to my bird's injured leg first. Even the most minor of cuts can fester if ignored. Foofaloopa sent you, right? If this is a pressing matter, why don't you take it the rest of the way? Lost Hope's just past Blackbrush Station to the northeast. Look for the tents by the river. I can do that. Huh. Oh, right. I'm not looking for Blackbrush. I'm looking for Lost Hope. And that's a little further ways up the road. Hungry hobbledehoy.
The fuck is a hobbledehoy? Out of my sight. Hey man, how's it going? Just passing through, will you be staying a while? I got a letter. Foofaloopa sent you all this way because of a late letter? Ugh, the boy is far too earnest. Despite my demotion, he continues to call me captain. I suspect he has no idea what it means to be transferred to Lost Hope either. Brass Blades don't give a kick-here-n's arse about this settlement. No one at all does. All here have been forsaken, adventurer. The refugees. They're protectors. And you will be too if you're seen associating with us. Thank you for the letter. Now, for your own good, leave. No! In fact, stand back up. I thought I told you to get out of here. What, looking for a chance to do some good? I guess I can't force you to leave. Damn stubborn adventurers, a lot of you. Fine, then, listen well. A band of outlaws has taken up residence at the Quiveron Manse on the ridge to the south. Their leader has styled himself heir to Aeland Quiveron, the syndicate member who died in the calamity. The Baron and his cronies are not more than a pack of jackals. They prey on the people of Lost Hope, robbing them of what little they have. I myself cannot act without endangering the refugees, as they know my face and will retaliate against Lost Hope. You, however, are not known to the bandits or their allies. If you wish to help us, then deal with the Baron. Alright. I'm really good at killing things. This looks like a mentor going through New Game Plus as well. I hope they have fun. Oi, what's all this then? Anyway. They're just gonna let me walk out because they just watched me shoulder charge their leader to death. Just like, I'm not messing with it. Listen. I'm imagining there's that one scene in fucking, what is it, Iron Man 3, where, like, he takes out the 3 dudes, and then he turns around to blast another guy and just like, you know what? They are... I give up. They are so weird here. Iron Man 3, I think, is a better movie than, like, history remembers it for. So it is done? Good. I hope that wretch died screaming. He didn't really have a chance to scream. I kind of shoulder charged him and might have broken a few things. He might not have been able to scream, honestly. I think he might have drowned in his own blood. Ul'dah is more prosperous than ever, some say. That may be true for the Syndicate, but none of that wealth has trickled down to the small folk. It's all a mummer's farce. One day I refused to play my part, so I was made to leave the stage. Aye, my time has passed. The brass blades of the rose must look to others for guidance. No, stand back up. As you may have noticed, I'm in no shape to leave Lost Hope right now, so in my stead I'd like you to return to Horizon and give this dagger to Foofaloopa. Although it's just an old ornamental dagger, it belongs with the brass blades of the rose. I should have given it to the boy before I came here. There we go. I'm on each and every one of this unsavory lot. Chill out, my guy. Foofaloopa! Ah! Eigeldt! I received word from Captain Leofric the other day. Thank you for delivering the letter for me. The other day? That was like... an hour ago. Here's a dagger. Why do you have that dagger? Only a captain of the brass blades of the rose is permitted to possess it. Captain Leofric says I am to have it? But there must be some mistake. He couldn't possibly mean to tell me that... No, of course not. I am not worthy to wield it. Nevertheless, I shall respect the captain's wishes and take the dagger into safekeeping until he comes to reclaim it. Brass blades of the rose have need of your assistance once more, Eigeldt. Thaumaturges from the ossuary are presently surveying the footfalls for ancient relics. As the area is rife with wild beasts, the Horizon garrison has been charged with their security. Captain Baldwin sent only a handful of brass blades. Despite his assurances to the contrary, such a small unit cannot possibly be sufficient to protect our patrons. I would have you offer your assistance to my comrades. Pray, travel to the footfalls and speak with Tortoruna. I'm just speaking with all manner of tiny boys today. God, I gotta try and get those riding maps. Need to increase my speed. We got more sprouts. Good for them. Bleedin' venturer, a bleedin' venturer come to help. I ain't heard nothing from Cap'n Baldwin about this. He said trusted men only. Any road, we've got this under control, and besides, this operation ain't got nothing to do with Foopaloopa. Boy's got a stick up his arse the size of a sabatender. It's no wonder the captain told him to stay in Horizon. Hey, adventurer. Mind running a message to Crescent Cove for us? Captain Baldwin's planning some festivities for the thaumaturges. See? And he wants 'em treated to the finest food and drink. Nothing but the best for our distinguished guests, eh? Ah! The Phantom Master 117 is now following. Thank you for the follow. Head west and south to the village and tell Raph that he's to deliver a bounty of fresh fish to Horizon for the feast. Fresh fish, huh? I would rather not. Thank you, though. Oi, Raff. Raffy? How pronounced is that E? Fresh fish for Captain Baldwin? Of course, we will do our best, madam. Unfortunately, we've had a poor catch in recent days on account of the rough seas. More boats should be returned soon, and I cannot promise their catch will please. Don't worry, milady. The captain will have his fish, I swear it. Don't worry, I'll help. There's my versatile lore. Here we go. Any second now. Dropping by to say hi and host you before a bath. Alright. I appreciate the host. I got a blowfish. But where's Hootie? Anyway. How much experience did I get from that? 23k? I suppose that's fine. Anyway. Monk time. Who was I supposed to talk to? Merchant and Mender? Suppose I should probably see about... Oh, you can't actually mend. Cool, thanks. Merilda. Merilda may have stumbled upon a secret. Ah. You're an adventurer, are you not? I know this is sudden, but I have no one else to turn to. Last night, a gang of bandits from the Quiver and Manse were in their cubs, and I overheard them discussing their plans. It seems they've come to collect gemstones stolen from Copperbell mines. Nashachite, I think I heard one say. They are to meet with their co-conspirator soon at the Footfalls. What did you say? Oh, hey. Illicit exchanges and shadowy dealings. The brass blades could not abide such malfeasance. Oh, he's got little rosy cheeks. Forgives my eavesdropping, Geld. I came to Crescent Cove merely to thank you in person. I never imagined I'd uncover a criminal conspiracy right outside Horizon's gates. We must act quickly if we are to apprehend these thieves. I will notify Captain Baldwin at once. Okay. No, wait, you mustn't... Oh, gods. You must stop him before it's too late. Captain Baldwin himself is working with the bandits. That's no good. Don't worry. Benunny is on the case. Let's go, Hazel. Excuse me, sir. I'm gonna need you to stop doing criminal things. Captain Baldwin, sir, I've discovered something shocking, something horrible! Someone has been stealing gemstones from Commonwealth mines and... Oh! Wait, those gauntlets, those boots! Why, you're one of Quiveron's men! Sir, that man is a thief and a scoundrel! And? What of it? His coin's good, and that's what counts. What? What? Captain Baldwin? Are you working with these men? It cannot be! I told you to stay in Horizon, Foofaloopa. It didn't have to be like this. I'm gonna pinch your rosy little cheek now. They'd get their nachachite, and I'd get my gill, and none would be the wiser. But, sir, what if your crimes are uncovered? What if Lord Little-Rito finds out? You godsdamned fool, don't you see? I'm acting under the authority of Lord Little-Rito himself. Whoa, no! That can't be true. Why do you think people join the Brass Blades, Foofaloopa? To serve and protect? Ha! We're not the bloody flames here. We do this for the coin. You there, adventurer! Do you remember me? Well, I remember you. I am Sir Baron von Quiveron IV, Esquire. You killed my brother, and now I'm going to return the favor. Uh-huh. Yeah, okay. Well, that settles it. It's clearly in everyone's best interest for that both of you die. Yeah, I want you to know, your brother died like a punk. Hold on. You first. Now you. Baldwin Forialms. It always feels weird to learn, like, the last names of characters in this game. Oh, hold on. Because, like, I only ever know them by, like, their first names. Like, oh yeah, it's Y'shtola. I don't think of her as Y'shtola Rule. What? His spear? I'm sorry, he's already dead. That's enough, Baldwin. Your partner is dead and your plans are undone. You've no reason left to fight. Weary wanderer! Stay out of this, Leofric. Leofric? I don't take orders from you. I may have spared your life before, but if you interfere, I will not show you mercy. And what mercy will he show you, I wonder? You have done so much in another man's name. What are you blathering on about? Every fisherman in Crescent Cove knew about your meeting, you arrogant fool. Quiveron's men couldn't keep their mouths shut. Imagine Lord Little-Rito's surprise when he learned that a rank-and-file brass blade was using his name to advance a personal agenda. He knows? 7 hells, but I'm a captain. He wouldn't... I was once a captain too, remember? We both know what happened to me. Well fought, boy. You've done the Brass Blades of the Rose proud. Captain Leofric! Captain Baldwin, he said that Lord Little-Rito... Lord Little-Rito wouldn't waste his time on a small-scale smuggling operation. This is all Baldwin's doing. And what else did he say? That all our brethren are no better, and that each and every one cares for naught but coin? Ha! Mere excuses to justify his schemes. We've no shortage of greedy sods, some who'd probably sell their own mothers into slavery if the price was right. But there are men like you, Foofaloopa. Good men good and true, whom the small folk respect. I'm sorry, just Foofaloopa. What a name. Which is why I gave you the dagger. The Brass Blades of the Rose need a leader with honor, and you're the most honorable man I know. Captain! Also, your cheeks are so rosy and cute. Thank you for all your help, Aigale. The captain and I will escort Captain Baldwin back to Horizon. Pray visit me in town when you next return. Okay. I could do that. My level is no longer synced. Ain't that a shame. Now I am simply a super busted, over-leveled bunny girl wandering through Thanalan. Whoop. Foofaloopa! Welcome back, Aigale. So much has happened. Captain Baldwin has been arrested and stripped of rank, which means the Brass Blades of the Rose no longer have a captain. Until a new one is designated, I've been ordered to serve as acting captain of the Horizon Garrison. Though doubtless this is only a temporary arrangement, I will do my utmost to represent my brethren and protect the people of Horizon. Thank you, Aigale, for your service to the Sultanate. You are a true hero. Oh, psh. Please. I salute you, honored friend. As acting captain, I should be much obliged if you were to grant me a personal request. In our efforts to ascertain the fullest extent of the former captain's corruption, we have been poring over his personal correspondence. Our search unearthed a sealed letter addressed to a man named Owine. But he is one of the Sultan's sworn elite. I can think of no reason why he should have any dealings with Baldwin. We now know that the former captain was consorting with a coalition of criminals. Could it be that Owine was one too? Maybe it's just Owen. Maybe it's just a weird way of saying Owen. This letter may well serve as evidence of their collusion, and so I dare not tamper with it myself. Given the events of recent days, I knew not whom to trust with this information. Until now! I have chosen you, Aigale. Pray bear the letter to Mistress Momody of the Quicksand and relate the circumstances of its discovery. Not only is she a staunch supporter of the Sultana, but she is well acquainted with the Sultan Sworn. She will know how best to proceed. Momody's just got fingers in everyone's pies, I guess. Any second now. Hi, Nosage. Good old Nosage Blackrock. This is the wrong door. Excuse me. Momody! Ah, Aigale. It's been too long. Dadanan tells me you've been keeping busy in Horizon. I want you to know that I'm grateful for everything you've done for the people of Ul'dah. Even though you've seen the seedier side of our city, you've continued to help your fellow man. Believe me, the folk around here love you for it. What's this? You look like you've got something to say. I got this letter. It says it's from Mary, my wife's name. So that's what this is all about. Foofaloopa's thinking Owen might have been in league with Baldwin. That this letter could be proof of something shady. Well, he needn't worry. Owen's as loyal as Sultan Sworn as I've ever known. I haven't the foggiest what this says, but... Wait a minute. Wasn't Owen the one who... Oh, hells, I've got a bad feeling about this. Listen, Aigale, I think I know what this is all about, but I need you to swear to keep it quiet. If you'd rather wash your hands of the business, I won't hold it against you. But if you're determined to see through it to the bitter end, say the word and I'll explain. Oh, please explain. I want to know. Can you show me? Can I count on your discretion, Aigale? If so, then listen closely. The outside world believes Ul'dah to be a sultanate, ruled by Sultana Nanamo Urnamo. Truth is, though, it's the 6 wealthiest citizens that hold the most sway, the Syndicate.
I feel like most of the outside world probably knows about the Syndicate, actually. But then, what do I know? I learned that Kojin and, Sahagin don't know what each other are, so who knows? Be that as it may, the Sultana's still got the support of the people. But she might struggle to keep even that if a certain incident becomes public knowledge. It pains me to say it, but Her Grace's crown, the symbol of the royal dynasty, has been stolen. And Owen's the Sultan Sworn who was charged with guarding it that night. I'd bet anything this letter was written by the bastards who made off with the crown. It can't be a coincidence that a man we know to have been fraternizing with thieves had a letter for Owen of all people, at this of all times. You need to take this to the man himself, Hygeld. Tell him Momody sent you, and that it concerns a lost heirloom. I can do that. If it looks as though the fellow needs help, I want you to lend it to him. The future of our fair city may depend on it. Okay. I'm good at helping. Where the hell am I going? I need to go to the Alchemist's Guild. Okay. I've been there many times before. Because I'm an alchemist, you see. Here it is. I just didn't remember where it was on the list, that's all. Excuse me. The heart of the Sworn lies beyond. State your business. Pardon? Did you say a lost heirloom? Proceed. Yes, I will. Hey, everybody. Don't mind me. Why does this room seem familiarly arranged? It's probably nothing. Well met, adventurer. What business brings you here this day? A letter? Very well, let's see it. Here you go. Have you read this, adventurer? No. I see. You have some inkling as to its contents, I think. Mistress Momody has doubtless explained to you the significance of the crown and what its loss could mean for Her Grace as the Sultana. This theft shames us all, Sworn, and me most of all. The blame is mine, you see. I grew lax in my duties, and in a moment of carelessness... No, it will do no good to recount the tale now. Since the hour of the theft, we've searched frantically for any signs, any whispers as to the whereabouts of the crown. We have found nothing. The identity of the thieves and their motives seemed fated to remain a mystery until you arrived, bearing this ransom note. In it, the criminals state their price for the return of Her Grace's crown. And though it pains for me to say it, I fear I have no choice but to acquiesce to their demands. Too much is at stake to do otherwise. The crown symbolizes Her Grace's birthright and identifies her as the custodian of the Uhl legacy. It must be recovered. I will travel to the unholy heir and pay them their ransom. Though I am not foolish enough to meet these men alone as they stipulate, I dare not bring a host of my comrades lest the thieves take fright. Friend, would you consent to be present for the exchange? Mistress Momody has always spoken of you in the most glowing terms, and I have never yet had a reason to question her judgment. Oh, Momody's talking about me? On behalf of those still loyal to the Sultana, I beseech you, help us in our hour of need. Okay. Nods silently. So where in the hell is the unholy heir? Oh, it's by Blackbrush. Go. Oh dear. Aw, look at these sprouts.
Huh? I've come as agreed. Now show me the crown. Aye, you'll have your precious crown once we've been duly compensated. Do you think me a fool? What assurance have I that you will honor your part of the agreement? Now, Owen, you're the... Owen? You're the least trustworthy man here. Not only was the crown stolen on your watch, but it looks to me as if you violated the terms of our exchange. Did we not say that you were to come alone? This man's name is Garibald, but I don't really know that, I don't think. And given that you are not alone, what guarantee that we have that there isn't a company of archers surrounding us even as we speak? Ready to fetter with my men with the moment they catch a glimpse of the crown. You have made mock of our trust. The deal is off. Okay, bye. Wait, here's your payment, as promised. Just off screen. Catches it just off screen. Alright, just the real thing. How's the thing? I'm like running out of breath here. 1,000 thanks to you, boy. You've succeeded where scores of thieves have failed. Oh, he's just frozen in that expression. Stop that. And now, at long last, we have it. The power to create an army of undying soldiers. The traitors spurn. Wait a minute! I forgot. I forgot. Oh, my encoding overloaded. Well, that's no good. Okay, well, I'm gonna need to stop and switch to 30 FPS then. That's weird. Why did it do that? Doesn't seem like it's gone any higher than it normally would. Alright, well, we'll be right back.